We're off. Clean start in all three crews. In these first couple strokes here, looks like we are maintaining that stagger. If not, Yale moving up a couple seats, maybe a couple inches rather. So far, a clean race. Crews in their high strokes here, sitting tall, not giving a ton of layback, not using their full range of motion here, trying to get the boat up to speed as quickly as possible. Yale emerging as the leader here. Chris Carruthers, that is Coxon, probably sitting halfway through that Princeton boat, halfway up. Princeton stroke Tom George looking calm, cool, and collected here as they approach the 500-meter mark. Fast water today. It's going to be a quick race. There's definitely a first mover advantage here. Whoever can get out and stay out quickly will be able to set the pace. Yale continuing to move here through the first 500. All crews now through the first 500. Really stellar rowing coming from all three crews here. Cornell looking over, seeing where Princeton is. Princeton and Cornell pretty close together here, probably a couple seats between the crews. Princeton, of course, on the outside of Cornell on this turn, and Yale emerging definitely as the front runner here. Carruthers navigating this turn through A-line, the first set of the turn buoys. There are probably 4 or 5 seats up here. Cornell looking like they have the lowest stroke rating here, maybe matched with Yale. Princeton running a couple, maybe 1 or 2 beats higher. And all three crews looks like almost maintaining their stagger here, their starting stagger coming through the turn. This will really be the telling point right here. Yale coming through first on the outside, approaching the 1,000-meter mark. Fast race. If you're going to move, you got to move quick. Cornell, Princeton Coxon sitting on 3 seat of Cornell. Carruthers sitting, looks like, on 3 seat of Princeton. Stroke Nate Goodman of that Yale crew really knows this crew, really knows how to jive into a good rhythm. I mean, they are just spinning silk over there. Really smooth going. Princeton Coxon now on 2 seat of Cornell. Yale looks like they're dropping the hammer here, really getting against that leverage. You can really see the bow forward just hammering through those top couple inches of their drive. Really good movement from the bow ball, really good movement in the shoulders across all three crews. And Princeton taking their move. Here we go at 12:50 down, seeing the rate come up. Looking at Ebel in 3 seat there. You can see him on the move. Stroke Tom George, smooth around that front end for sure. And all three crews approaching the 500-meter mark. We have Yale on 2 seat of Princeton, Princeton on bow seat of Cornell. Yale through the 500-meter mark. If there's a time to dig and farm for those watts, it's now. It's now. You got to go. All right, not much change here. Maybe a slight uptick in the rate for Cornell as Princeton Coxon approaches their bow ball. Looks like Yale is sitting about the same, around 2 seat. They're just crossing the final 250 mark here. We'll watch for that rate change. Good, I can see it in bow seat, sitting up, finishing hard to the body. Shoulders not going quite so far into the bow. Or arms not quite so far into the stern. Princeton, too, really on the sprint here. You can see it, but not gaining a ton of seats. Looks like Carruthers has inched up to bow seat of that Princeton boat. And in the final 10 strokes here, unless something big happens, looks like Yale's going to come out on top by about 7 seats, 8 seats. That's it, retaining their undefeated status in the Ivy League, actually. Undefeated status in general here. That's it. Looks like it was 3-2-1 in terms of lanes. Yale, Princeton, and Cornell.